Y'all had questions, I have answers. So why not get into the video? Roll the intro.
At this moment, cause it just gets me so high. Flying in the sky makes me come.
What it is, what's up, what's poppin', my ZAИBAES, and welcome back to the wonderful world of Zay. Okay, so really today and yesterday, I had asked some questions on my Instagram, my spam page, and my main page, and y'all asked the questions, and I'm here to answer them. So yeah, I just wanted to do a little Q&A because I have other videos coming up soon. So before those videos come, I'm gonna just give y'all this little Q&A, which another one will be coming up. It should be coming up soon as well. So be on the lookout. So as I said in one of my previous videos, if y'all want to be involved in videos like this, make sure y'all follow my Instagram, which will be linked right here. And it'll also be in the link in the bio in my link tree. So yeah, so without further ado, let's get into these questions. And yeah, let's just jump right into it. Why don't we? So if you're new here, y'all know I always carry my handy dandy iPad whenever I do videos like this, whether I'm doing a talking video, a little Q&A, anything like that. Anything of that nature, I'm gonna carry my handy dandy iPad so I don't forget anything. So let's get into these questions, why don't we? All right. So, first question on the docket is my favorite Beyonce song and why I like it in essay format. In essay format is crazy, but I'm gonna give it to you like this. I don't necessarily have a favorite Beyonce song because I love Beyonce, period. But I wanna say my favorite song at the moment is probably gonna have to be either Just for Fun or what is that song? What is that song I would just listen to? Yeah, I wanna say Just for Fun. Either Just Fun or Daughter. Those two right now are like my top two right now off Cowboy Carter. But yeah, right now that's my favorite song right now, Just for Fun, because it's a real good song. So next question. Somebody said, what do I get in my Chipotle bowl and why? So I get a vegan bowl. Basically, I get white rice, I get pinto beans, I get the sofritas, which is like their tofu, but like with the little, seasonings and stuff. It's really, really good. If you haven't tried it, you need to try it. I get that, and I get the corn salsa, the green tomatillo salsa. I also get lettuce. Sometimes, if I'm feeling fancy, I get guacamole. But I don't really too much fool with avocados like that, so it's rare. So yeah, I'll get lettuce, and then I'll get a side of the salsa, or I'll get just the chips and just eat it like that. And also a hack is I get a tortilla as well, and you split the bowl in half, and you put half of the bowl in the tortilla, and then yeah, that's a whole nother meal. You say the bowl for later, it just works well. So yeah, that's how I get my Chipotle bowl. And why I get that in my bowl, because I'm pescatarian, because I don't eat all of that malarkey, as in meat and pork and all of that. I don't eat that. So yeah. And also they don't offer fish. So that's another reason. There was another place I tried. I think it was called California Bowl or something like that. I don't know. But they're fire. If y'all have any of those around you, because I was in Washington one day and for a trip for ASB. And you can watch in my other vlog. But yeah, I tried their bowl too. Fire. I want to try that again. That was so good. But anyway, that's not important. Next question. Who is my biggest inspiration? Myself. All BS is like, not even trying to be cocky or anything like that. Myself. Knowing what I have been through prior to where I am right now, and knowing where I am right now, and knowing where I was is what keeps me going. Also, seeing that I'm not where I want to be just yet also keeps me going as well. It's like my biggest inspiration. Also, my family as well. They're one of my biggest inspirations as well. And my friends as well. My friends are also another one of my inspirations because they really keep me going. Like seeing them work for what they want, and it really helps me work for what I want as well. And we all kind of help each other. So it's kind of like I don't know. You need to keep those kind of people around you. So yeah, all my friends are very supportive. They always uplift me in everything that I do. They support anything that I do. And if it's some BS, they gonna tell me it's some BS. But anyway, next question. Would you ever explore different genres for my music? Yes, and I already do. So I'm the type of person where I say I don't want to be boxed in to one specific genre. I don't want to be known as Zay the R&B artist, Zay the pop artist, Zay the country. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be known as that. I don't want to stick to just one genre. I just want to be an artist. You know, I want to explore. I want to have fun with my music, and I feel like that's the point. I feel like if you are an artist and you make your own music, you should be able to have fun with your music. And if you're not able to have fun with your music, what are you making music for? You know, if you feel stuck in one genre, what are you making music for? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, I feel like you should have the opportunity and the free will to have fun with their music because you are an artist. You make art, you make music. You should be able to have fun. You should be able to do whatever you want with that music. It's just, that's how it's supposed to be. People take it so seriously, and it's like people who are not musically inclined, they like bombard and like judge other artists whenever they switch genres. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to explore. But they get backlash for it because they're bigger. So yeah, but I am. If you hear my recent EP, Close to Love, I was exploring a little bit of genres on that one. And then my newest album that I'm working on, Trauma Dumb, that has a few different aspects of genres on there as well. So just be on the lookout. I love playing around with genres. If you know my producer, who is also one of my friends, he does all of my work, and I be putting him through the ringer. I'm gonna say that I be putting him through the ringer. Like, working with me is not easy because my brain is always moving, and I love trying different things and exploring stuff. And he also wants me to explore different stuff as well. So he pushes me to explore stuff as well. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna be exploring different genres. So yeah. So would you ever explore? Oh, I just read that. Would you ever be Mr. Wiley? So if y'all don't know, we have Mr. and Mrs. at my HBCU, which is all HBCUs. They have Mr. and Mrs. So would I ever be consider be Mr. I tried in a past life. I tried. I want to say, what year was that? Last year? Yeah, last year. I tried last year. I didn't win, obviously, because there's no videos about that. But would I ever try it again? No. One, because I'm gonna graduate. Two, because I feel like it's a dream of mine. Yes, I do want to be a king of some sort, but I feel as if now I've done enough at my, not enough, I've done a lot at my school. It's time for me to let other people get their time. I've made a pathway for myself to where I feel like I can sit back and allow others to shine as well. Like, I want other people to strive for greatness, strive for what they want and stuff like that. I tried. I didn't get the crown. Was I mad at the time? A little bit. But now looking back at it, I got a better position, so I'm really not tripping over it. So yeah, no. Short answer, not anymore. That was a lengthy answer. So yeah. Now my forehead oily? No. Next question. My go-to sad song. My go-to sad song, I don't have a specific song. I want to say my go-to sad album is Sour by Olivia Rodrigo. Or I don't know why that's Olivia Rodrigo. Sour by Olivia Rodrigo. Always gonna be my go-to sad, because she got me through some stuff. Let me tell you. Olivia dropped that album in a time where I needed that album the most, and I really appreciate her. She will always have a place in my heart, because girl, her and Summer Walker, perfect time. So yeah, my go-to sad album is Sour by Olivia Rodrigo. My go-to song off said album, let me go check right now because I don't know the title off the top of my head, but I want to say it's Traitor, but I don't want to lie. Happier. No, not Happier. Enough for you. Enough for you. That one. Also, right now, another one right now is Eternal Sunshine by Ariana Grande. Girl, I feel everything that she's saying. But my go-to sad song off of that one has to be Imperfect for You. I'm gonna say that one. That's my go-to sad song. My go-to sad album is Sour. My go-to sad song is Imperfect for You. So there you go. I have a lot. Like, I love music. So who is your biggest inspiration? I answered this question already. Sorry. Next question for real this time. Biggest lessons in college. Who child? Network. That is one of the biggest things. Like the biggest lessons that I've learned is network, and your network is your net worth. That too. Another lesson is also to cherish. Two things you have to cherish is your relationships and your reputation. You have to cherish those two things because if one of those goes down, you're shit out of luck, you know. So those are some of my biggest lessons. Also, don't be scared to put yourself out there, even though it may feel scary, it may feel new, it may feel new territory, like you're not used to this road and all of that good jazz. But don't be scared to put yourself out there. Don't be scared to put yourself out there. Don't be scared to be yourself. Don't be scared to be judged, looked at, laughed at. Fuck it. Everybody makes mistakes, and everybody has those days where it's a Hannah Montana. Period. So just always put yourself out there, and make sure you're putting yourself out there in the best way possible. Make sure you're putting yourself out there in a way that's gonna make not only you right now feel proud, but your future self look proud. You can look back on what you've done in college and be like, damn, I did that. Like, you know, like do things that make you want to look back and be like, yeah, I did that. I did not waste my 4 years, 2 years, 1 year in college. However long you're in college, make the most of that experience. Make the most out of that experience. You are your college experience. Can't nobody make your college experience but you. And you cannot blame anybody else for a shitty college experience but you. And that's just that on that. Period. So that's some of the biggest lessons I've learned. Some of like the main ones I've learned. And another one is also don't allow your friend groups to make you. Also, like, don't allow yourself to be stuck in a negative friend group. If you feel like you have to stray away from those people, stray the hell away from those people. Like, get away. Do what you feel is best for you. Like I said, do anything. Like every move and every step that you make, do it not only for your present self, but for your future self as well. So you know that you made the right decision in that moment, and you can look back on it and be like, yeah, I did that. I did the right decision. I made the right decision, and I will do it again. You know what I'm saying? So do everything with intention, basically. Do everything that you do in college and life with intention. So, yeah. Also, like I said in the beginning, network. But yeah, network. Like that is a very big thing. You networking with people and getting those connections, stuff like that, can take you to a place that you never thought you would be. Teach you a room that you never thought you would be in, and that's what you want. You want your name to be in a room that you're not even in, but positively. You don't want to have a negative reputation for yourself, because then that'll follow you wherever you go. So those are just little tidbits I have right now. So yeah. What's the first word that comes to mind when asked to describe yourself? Positive. Yeah, positive. That is one of the first words that come to mind when I describe myself as positive, because I like to consider myself a very happy person. I try my best to stay positive, and I tell everybody to stay positive, because you keep a positive mindset for positive results and a positive lifestyle. So you speak positive into the atmosphere, you receive positive back into your life. That's just my motto. I try. I always try to keep a smile on my face, you know? How was your school year? Long, hectic, and busy, but fulfilling. I met a lot of new people that I'm very glad I met. I made a lot of new connections that I'm very glad I made. I got to travel to a lot of new places that I'm very glad I got to see. And this is just the beginning. So this school year really paved the way out for 2024 for me personally. It made me make new connections and granted me new opportunities that I never thought I would be able to get, that I never thought I would get. So yeah, and it's just the beginning. So yay! My school year was very great. I can very much say that. My school year was very great. Favorite college memory? I have a lot. I really do. I have a lot. I can't really narrow it down to just one favorite college memory, but I'm gonna say my first alternative spring break trip. Yeah, this is gonna be my favorite college memory, because it was a trip to where I got to travel to a state that I've always wanted to go to, for one. Well, I went before, but when I was a child, but experiencing this state again as an adult, as a fully, developed adult as well. And seeing things that I've always wanted to see, and being able to check things off of not only my bucket list, but my family's bucket list as well, because I got to see the African American Museum. My mom was always wanted to see the African American Museum. So being able to experience that for her, in a way, was kind of like, you know, fulfilling. And being in rooms and places and buildings that I never thought I'd be in, talking to people that I never thought I would talk to, like sitting in the room with the Human Rights Campaign, and not even a semester later going back to Washington to represent my school for their summit. So, you know, it was a very fulfilling experience for me personally, because it, like I said, it paved the way for different opportunities that happened later on. So it just kind of built those bricks by bricks to build a house, basically. So that was a very fun experience, and it grants me a lot of opportunities. It grants me a new outlook on life in general. It grants me a new outlook on my friends, my peers that I go to school with every single day, and seeing them in a different light, a more deeper light in a way. And yeah, it was very just fulfilling experience for me, like spiritually, emotionally, mentally, all of that. It's just, I love it. And getting to experience it for a second time, but also being able to document it this time, was also very fulfilling. It was very much fulfilling. So yeah, that's one of my favorite college memories. One of very many, but that's one that's like, that'll always stick with me forever. So yeah, next question. Who's your top 3 artists? It changes every year, and to narrow it down to 3 is crazy. But yeah, top 3, I would say Beyonce, of course. Who else will be my top 3? Let me choose wisely, because I love a lot of artists, but I gotta choose wisely for, yeah. So this year, Beyonce, Chloe for sure. She's been eating the girls up. And who else is eating the inspiration of mine right now? Let me think. Top 3: Beyonce, Chloe, Brandy. Yeah, Brandy has really been on my, like, she's been up there for me right now this past year. So yeah, Beyonce, Chloe, and Brandy, definitely. As you can see, I love female artists. I love male artists as well, but the females have been eating the girls up lately. So those are my top 3 artists of this year. It'll probably change in the next month, but right now those are my top 3. Because yeah. What made you choose Wiley? This is the generic answer every student at my school says, but Wiley chose me, technically, kinda, sorta. So, little story time. So basically, I was one of the only seniors in my college course class in high school that did not know what the hell I wanted to do. I didn't know what major I wanted to do. I didn't know what school I wanted to go to. I didn't know none of that. I didn't know if I wanted to go to college for real. I felt like I was taking those classes just because. But yeah, I was one of the only people who didn't know where I wanted to go. So I want to say a few months before graduation, I was researching schools and all of that good stuff. And I wanted to go to HBCU because I grew up around not a lot of black people when I grew up. I grew up around a lot of white people, just to be so blunt. And I wanted to be around more of my people and get that experience and that cultural experience to be around more of my people. So I wanted to go to HBCU. And after Beyonce came out with Homecoming as well, it kind of opened my eyes up a little. I was like, yeah, that's what I want. Like, I already knew before, but I was like, yeah, they just kind of solidified it, you know? So as I was doing my research, I was looking at these schools and looking at these big HBCUs and stuff, and I knew personally that I wouldn't be able to thrive as much as I am now at a bigger institution if I did go to like a TSU or a Prairie View. So my mom suggested Wiley, and I was like, what the hell is that? So I did my research, and I found a lot. They had the major I wanted. The school was small. It was in the country, but it was small. I tried to get out the country, but you see, yeah. Anyway, I know I wanted to go to a smaller institution because I know I wouldn't do good, because when I was in Houston, I wasn't doing good because it was a big-ass institution. But anyway, so I know I wanted to go to that. I know I wanted to go to HBCU. Then we did the tour, and while we were on the tour, the choir director at the time, he told me to sing for one. And then he offered me a scholarship, and while it was one of the only schools that offered me a scholarship, so I took it, obviously. And they offered me a scholarship for choir, which I love because I love to sing. So I was like, so yeah, Wiley kind of chose me. Wiley kind of bribed me. But I'm glad they did, because I wouldn't be the person I am today. I wouldn't have gotten the opportunity that I have today, met the people that I have today if it wasn't for Wiley. So I'm always forever grateful for my HBCU. Even though I talk a lot of shit, that's because I can. But I'll forever grateful for my HBCU, forever. So, yeah, I tried to make a long story short, but it wasn't really that short. Anyway, next question. Celebrity crush right now. Do I have one? I don't know. I don't think I have one right now. Quite frankly, I don't think I have a celebrity crush right now. I haven't really been looking like that, but I'm gonna say the one I've always been crushing on, which is Zendaya. Of course, like, who isn't crushing on Zendaya? That's female, but the male celebrity crush is always Michael B. Jordan. It's never gonna change. It's never gonna change. I'm sorry. It ain't never gonna change. So, next question. Is writing songs that hard? For me, no. That's because I always have songs playing in my head like 25/8. Like, my brain never stops moving when it comes to music. I always have a melody, a chorus, or something going in my head, or some type of verse, or something like, something is always going on up here. Like, anytime you'll see me, if you ever see me, like, I'm just like, music. 24/7 music. So for me, no. And I have a lot of like random choruses and stuff in my, my notes. And I kind of just take those random choruses sometimes and add them to the beats that I get or that I buy and make the song that way. Or I get the beat, I write the title, and then I go from there. And then I just start, verse 1, verse 2, all of that good shit. So it's not necessarily hard for me because I got this tactic from Money Long, by the way. And because the way I used to write songs was totally different, but it made it so much easier. You write the title, and then you go from there. And it makes it 10 times easier than trying to write the song without a title, because you're like, what the hell? But personally, when I write songs, I like to listen to the beat, get a little feel for it, and then kind of just kind of hum a little bit, and then I get to the flow of things. So for me personally, I don't think it's hard, but it's kind of an art form that you have to master yourself. It takes time, practice, because I wasn't always good at writing songs. I sucked. Just like I was good at singing. I sucked. But it gets better over time. Like, once you practice, you perfect your craft, you get good. But that's with anything that you do. So writing songs is only hard if you make it hard. Writing music is only difficult if you make it difficult. It's only hard if you don't have like a creative mindset, if you don't even have to like think fast. Like, you just kind of, it's an art form that kind of takes time, basically. It just takes time. It takes patience. It takes dedication, and it takes, wittiness, having like a little, and having fun. Like, you have to have fun with writing music as well. Like, don't make it a job. Don't make it so hard. It's not that hard for me, but for the average person, I don't know. It depends. It depends on how your mind is. It depends on how creative you are, all of that stuff. So, short answer, no, for me. But it's a practice. It's something you have to practice if you really want to get good at it. But that's with anything that you do. So, yeah. But if you ever want help, I did make a video about it a while ago. But if you ever do want help with writing songs, anybody out there that wants to get help with writing songs, or any like advice on how to get started, or like how to get this, or how to make this, all of that good stuff, don't be shy or hesitate to hit me up on Instagram, because I promise I'll message back, because my phone is dry and I'll be gladly to help you. So, next question. Ever think about breaking your pescatarian diet? Hell no. No, I don't, because no, I just don't, because I know why I became pescatarian, and I know how I messed that up so bad, but I know how meat makes me feel. I know that if I go back to my old ways, and I'll go back to feeling how I felt, and then that defeats the purpose of me going pescatarian in the first place, So I always tell people who ask me this kind of question, why would I go back to a toxic or abusive relationship if I know how that person treated me? That's backwards. I shouldn't have left in the first place if I was gonna go back. So why would I start being vegetarian if I was gonna go back to my old ways? If I know how meat used to make me sick, make me feel lazy, make me feel this, make me feel that, why would I go back to something that hurt? You know what I'm saying? So no, it's really easier for me. So like for other people, it might be harder because they've ate meat all their life. It don't affect them no type of way, but they just trying to get away from it. It's gonna be harder for you because it doesn't have a certain effect on you. Like you don't feel anything. For me, it was easier for me to stay away. It's easier for me to stay away from meat because I know how it made me feel, and I know if I go back, I'm gonna feel the same way 10 times worse because I haven't eaten it so long now. So this month did make a year though. This month made a year since I've been pescatarian. So yay! But yeah, I love this lifestyle. I wouldn't trade it for the world. I don't miss it. I don't miss meat. I don't miss feeling sick. I don't miss none of that. So no, I would never change or go back to my old ways. So yeah. Next question. Are you excited for senior year? Any fears? Technically, I already experienced senior year. So this last semester was my first semester as a senior. And this semester will be my final year at Wiley as a senior. Any fears? A lot of them. So many. I'm terrified. I was talking to my therapist at school about it. But talking to my friends as well. So obviously I'm scared of like, you know, the real world and having to face all of that stuff and not knowing enough. If that's the right word. I personally feel as if I don't know enough to be out in the real world by myself just yet. But I'm still learning as I go, which we all are. So I just have to, you know, put my head up, stick my chest out and go. But my biggest fear is choosing the wrong place to go, I guess. But with that comes faith, trusting God, and just walking by faith and not by sight. I'm just trusting this whole process of adulting, trusting this whole process of, you know, being by myself and all of that good jazz. So I have a lot of fears, but I also have a lot of faith. So there's that. But I am very excited for this last year. I'm ready for y'all to see my outfits because I have been plotting and planning, and I'm finna eat y'all up next semester, especially for homecoming. Y'all are not ready anyway. Next question. What's one thing you would tell your younger self? Save your money now. You don't need that ice cream. You don't need that pair of shoes. You don't need that lollipop. You don't need it. You don't need all them jackets. You don't need all of them. You don't need all of this stuff. Like you don't. Save your money. Save your money now, so whenever you go to college, you will be set. Because let me tell y'all, being temporarily out of money in college is not cute. And when I say temporarily out of money, I just don't like saying the word broke because, you know, broke has like a negative connotation over it, and I don't like that. My friend taught me that. So shout out to her. I love you, girl. Anyway, yeah, that's one of the biggest things I tell my younger self is to save your money now. Don't spend money on stupid stuff because it's not worth it. Materialistic stuff is not worth it because you're going to grow out of them clothes. You're going to end up giving them away. You're not going to wear half of them shirts. You're not going to wear half of those hoodies. Like, don't do it. Save your money. Especially when I started working. So, yeah. Another thing I would tell my younger self is don't be so scared and stop giving a fudge what people think. I'm trying to stop cussing y'all. I'm trying so hard. So stop caring what people think. Like, live your life. At the end of the day, the only person that can judge you is yourself and God. Those are the only two opinions that matter. Those are the only two opinions that matter. That is the biggest thing I want to tell my younger self, because I grew up like worrying so much about what people thought about me and like how they viewed me and all that stuff. Like, who gives a fuck? Who cares? Who cares? Like, literally, who cares? And now I'm living so free and just doing what I want to do because I'm grown. Like, even when I was younger, like, do what you want to do because that's you. Like, nobody else's opinion matters. Nobody else's opinion, like, it does not matter. It does not matter. Like, those are two of the biggest things I would tell myself. And those are the two main things I tell other people who kind of like, I see myself in them. So anytime I see anybody like that, or just anybody in general, I try to tell them the same thing I would tell my younger self, because it's advice that I wish I heard when I was younger. So I'm using the experience that I've gotten, the life experience and all of that stuff that I've got now, to tell the generation behind me, because I am getting up there, y'all. But not that. But yeah, I'm using my wisdom to tell the other generation that's coming behind me, like, just stop caring. Like, who cares? Who cares? Like, who cares? Nobody cares. Anyway, biggest musical influence besides Beyonce: Michael Jackson, Aaliyah, and I want to say, really, honestly, Megan Thee Stallion. Mainly Megan Thee Stallion, because all of the stuff that she's been going through recently, like the mental stuff that she's been talking about in her music and all of that stuff, like, y'all don't be listening to her. Her lyrics are like, she's literally telling y'all her business. Like, she's going through all of this stuff publicly, and it's like a mental battle. And I really appreciate artists like that who speak about their mental stuff in their music, like put their stuff in their art. I love that. Like, that's what I'm doing. So yeah, but those are some of my other biggest musical inspirations. But I like her because, like, the mental stuff, like putting your issues, not necessarily issues, but like putting your feelings into your music. I love people that do that. And Michael Jackson, because he's Michael Jackson, and like his performance, the way he worked hard, the way he didn't take no shit. Like, he didn't take it. Like, he wasn't going for it. And Aaliyah, for her fashion, I aspire to be like Aaliyah when it comes to her fashion. Like, her fashion was immaculate. Her music was also immaculate, but her fashion, I loved it. She was a fashion icon. So those are some of my biggest musical influences. But as far as, like, when it comes to my sound, my, like, work ethic, all that other stuff, Beyonce all the way. I know they said besides Beyonce, but like Beyonce all the way. She's definitely like my top musical influence when it comes to anything that I do, because her work ethic, like, I don't, like, it's just her work ethic, and I feel like I take after her in that sense, because yeah. But also Michael Jackson, his work ethic as well, because, like, you have to work hard to get those titles, like those household name titles, all of that good stuff. So yeah, those people I take after, because I work hard. I'm trying my best. I'm punching the clock with my music every single day, because, you know, I want to be somebody. I'm going to be somebody. So also stream my music if you have any music coming out soon. But that was the last question. So I really hope y'all enjoyed this. I hope I wasn't rambling too much, which I probably was, but who cares? It's my channel. Subscribe, poop. Anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and if you want to see more videos like this, please let me know, and let me know what other videos I would love to see. So leave it in the comments below. And also, if you made it this far, comment green. But anyway, we have made it to the end of our video. So until next time you want to step into my world, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and turn on those post notifications so you don't miss an upload. And until next time, I'll see y'all later. Bye.